Hi there, it's Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com here with, this is like match number 6 actually, because I keep going up against mono blue over and over and over and over and over and over, and they seem to get a Master of Cruelties every hand, or Master of Waves every time, and that is just too hard for this deck to beat, even with me not drawing in my profit losses. Is the only way for me to really combat that. But hopefully we get a non-mono blue devotion. So if you're going to play on MTGO right now, if you're serious about making tickets, just run a Supreme Verdict or a Daga control deck, and you will get so many free wins against this mono blue devotion deck. They have absolutely no way to combat board wipes. They put 29 creatures and you can just board wipe and win, basically. You do have to worry about it like Thassa, but that's really it. And then without being able to activate the devotion, though, Thassa's not that great. And things like Detention Spheres in blue-white control are really good. So yes, anyway, I'd like to play first. Hopefully we actually get a decent hand here. I can live with this hand. I would like double white here, but Mutavaults are fine, depending on the matchups here. Oh, we do have double white. Again, 4 lands in a 20 card deck. Hopefully we don't draw into any more. I really need to not draw into lands here. I know that's kind of been the theme of today, is drawing into 10 lands in a 20 card deck. But that is Magic. You just have to ride with it and know that the good luck will follow the bad luck eventually. But yeah, I don't know if you've seen. We'll have to check out an MTGO list of blue-white control. I just. Maybe you're a mono blue devotion player and you can tell me how you beat a blue-white control deck, but I just cannot see it with Detention Spheres and between Detention Spheres and Supreme Verdicts. What in the world does mono blue devotion do? I mean, how does it win? And I guess the whole thing is the blue-white control, the #1 deck on MTGO played according to MTG Goldfish, but I don't think it's going to be the information we're going to have in a couple days. I think it's going to be mono blue devotion is going to take over the mono red devotion list, the red deck aggro lists, and it's going to be UI control. UI control is going to be the big boss on campus card or deck, because I really can't see these mono blue devotion decks beating it. So I'm going to go ahead and Soldier Pantheon here, pass the turn back to him. So see if it's another mono blue devotion. And it is. This is 7 games in a row, I swear. There's mono blue devotion. So again, I'm going to try to race this. Maybe we'll actually beat it this time. And this is crazy. This deck is everywhere. Everyone is playing it. So there's a Judge's Familiar. Don't like to see that. What we're going to do is we're going to God the Shrine here. I'm going to attack in with the Soldier Pantheon. I have to draw into a pump spell. That's the only way I'm going to be able to beat him, is to overwhelm him with pump spells. He goes down to an 18. We can Soldier Pantheon and Boros Elite here. So pretty good first turn, second turn, third turn. If this is a Frostburn Weird, we're in trouble. Tidebinder Mage, which doesn't tap down anything, but he's going to be able to block stuff, but I'm going to attack him with everything, definitely. And wow, he actually attacks in. I can't see him actually blocking his Soldier Pantheon, because he's going to try to get that Master of Waves. He probably has in his hand. I need a pump. I need a pump spell really, really bad for this to actually win. We're going to attack in here with everything. Probably going to block a Soldier Pantheon, but he's going to take 5, go to 13. And if I get a pump spell, I'm fine. If I don't, I'm probably going to lose this. So, yep, so there goes that. He's down to a 13, and I get a double cast creatures again. Hopefully he doesn't have another Tidebinder Mage in his hand, because it can tap down my Dryad Militant. So a card like a Righteous Charge or Fortify next turn should be a victory. He can activate that Mutavault, but if he does, can't cast a Nightveil Spectre, and it's going to be a Thassa, which is actually going to be awesome. He can attack here with his Cloudfin Raptor, which is cool. I can attack with everything but the Judge's Familiar. I can actually activate a Mutavault, which is what we're going to do. We're going to activate a Mutavault and swing in, probably actually with everything here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I leave my Judge's Familiar back. 8, 9. Because I think he's going to have to block a Soldier Pantheon here, but we'll see. And I'm hoping the UI control decks actually get big, because I think that this deck matches up against UI control a lot better, as then we have access to the Immortal Servitudes that will get us back in this game. So he's probably going to make a block here, I'm sure, is where it goes. So again, all creatures, no pumps. One of these times we're going to have to get the sweet hand where we get a little bit of both. Yeah, so he had to make that block. That's going to kill his devotion count. He's still going to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to be down to a 6. I have double Mutavault activations next turn, and I've got plenty of creatures. So, and then he can't. The Cloudfin Raptor's out of the way, so it allows actually 2 things to easily get down. The Scry is nice on this. It's going to allow him to scry into that land that he needs. A Master Devotion will add 3 if he can cast it. 3 2/2s. No, it's a Jace Architect of Thought, and that's decent, but I'm still going to get in there for... Yeah, I'm still going to get in there for decent damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll go down to 1. If I get a pump spell here, he's dead. Yep, that actually might... No, not quite do it, but at least it's better. It is a pump spell. It's going to actually add more damage than if I would have done it the other way. I could only have done 5 damage the other way. And this will allow me to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's actually dead here. I think. Because he only absorbs 4, and I get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can do 6, 7 damage here. So actually pull it off. We beat a mono blue in game number 1. Yep, so 7 damage. So did draw into the pump spell. That's what we needed. And would have drawn into another Boros Elite. So the things that are good versus him, I might bring in these Orzhov Charms because they're action removal. Start our creature utilizes the equal to his toughness. Yeah. And maybe I just need to play this sort of deck against him. So 8 things need to come out. I don't want to go down to 19 creatures, but this gives Tidebinder Mage no targets, if that's the case. But, I mean, the Righteous Charges can come out. I'm going to bring in Righteous Charge. We'll bring in the Cacklers are okay. And, yeah, I really don't want to go too many. I'm just leaving a couple removal. But we're bringing in pump spells as far as the... We'll go 23 lands. And I still think the Dried Militants are better than, like, Suntail Hawks. Hopefully I don't kick myself here. Bring in one more Orzhov Charm. I'm going to submit it like this, see how well this goes. Because, you know, like, the Orzhov Charms can kill some pretty decent stuff. This is a great hand. We have a pump spell and plenty of 1-drops. So, no, I'd not like to mulligan this. He didn't mulligan either. See if he's got the Cloudfin Raptor first turn. He doesn't have a first turn play. We will Soldier Pantheon. And there's a profit loss. That's exactly what we wanted to see. So it's another pump. Next turn we got a Cackler and another Soldier Pantheon. So we're going to definitely run out the gates swinging here. A Frostburn Weird cannot actually attack this guy, and it'll put me up to 21, which will actually be really good with the Path of Bravery. Ratchet Bomb, wow, that's interesting. That's going to hurt really, 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 really bad, actually. So I think I baited off with the Judge's Familiar. I just cast a Judge's Familiar, and that's it next turn. And I wish I could draw into another land because that will allow me to... Yeah, so which one do I care the least about? Probably, actually, the Rakdos Cackler. It'll put more pressure on him. And if he has a Tidebinder Mage, he might actually just decide to Tidebinder Mage here to tap it down. So, ouch, Ratchet Bomb. It's going to be 3 mana for a Thassa. Okay. And so he's probably end up destroying off my guys. Land here. Oh, no land. That's horrible. Yeah, okay. So I lose those dudes. But the good news is I get a Soldier Pantheon and a Tormented Hero back. So he does 2 for 1 me there and really sets me back. That was an interesting... I wasn't expecting a Ratchet Bomb out of everything that I could have been expecting. A Master of Waves only adds 2 counters, and his Thassa still isn't active. We have to... And we got the Profit Loss. So we have to draw into another land, which I never thought I would say, drawing into another land. But if we do draw into another land, we're fine because we profit lost this hidden for 4. We just lost, actually, so... And if not, I still can cast another creature next turn. There's a Temple of Silence. It's not the right one, but it's a land nevertheless. And we get to scry away an unnecessary Rakdos Cackler. We can actually put this guy on top. He's fine. Two one, 2-1. They'd still die if I... I'm going to put it on bottom. I think I need a pump spell instead. And this Thas is going to allow him to scry. I hope he puts out another Master of Waves the following turn, because then this profit loss is just a blowout. And we're not going to attack in here. Man, another Ratchet Bomb is just clutch. And he puts on the bottom, so it was a land he probably scried through. Okay, sweet. This is awesome. Because these still do die next turn. So I'm going to take some damage. But I'm going to board wipe him here. And he's going to take 6. Go to a 12. So this is definitely going to be a... interesting matchup. Or interesting game here. As I'm going to get in for 6. 2 of his best cards against me are gone. Would have made his Mutavault extremely powerful. Puts on bottom. So see if another Master Waves comes out. Oh, look at that. At least we get in for a turn, though, before he could activate it. We get in for some more damage with the Path of Bravery. Orzhov Charm will be nice. It can get back a dude or kill a dude. Either way, very versatile. Path of Bravery here. Like I said, we're going to get in for life gain here and some damage. And we can do this instant speed, which is really cool. We can instant speed on a... So he's down to a 6. He's going to Ratchet Bomb. Got to put a charge counter on it. And he does have the Mutavault to actually... puts it on top, so he wanted that. Let's see if he gets another Master of Waves. We do have the Orzhov Charm to kill it. No, but his Judge is familiar. What? Why did he play a Judge's Familiar? It doesn't make sense because he's got a Ratchet Bomb right now. No! That is... What? I don't understand that. At all. It's because he has to kill his own Judge's Familiar. Alright, well, that's a thing. Because we Judge's Familiar. And we Judge's Familiar. So 2 Ratchet Bombs out of the way. 2 Master Waves out of the way. We have plenty of pump spells left that they could just flat out win the game here. That isn't going to do it. We can just Orzhov Charm it away. I mean, that's not a good card. Let's see. It will allow us to actually... We'll lose life, though. Equal to its toughness. Ah, that kind of sucks. Because we go down to 15. So not out of this yet. Go back up to a 17, which... does put us in great position the following turn, as this will put us up to 20. So, yeah. Yeah, Detention Sphere says hi here. Ozora's Charm as well. All right, we want a match against Mono Blue Devotion. So you got to see the power of profit loss. I think with a little bit of working this deck out. Again, this is like my first win out of like 5 matchups versus Mono Blue Devotion. So I'm not going to say that statistically this deck is any good versus it. But again, with a few cards here and there, I think it might actually match up well. But again, I'm not expecting this deck to be around for much longer. And I think when the next rotation of UI control and Dega control come in, the black white this Immortal Servitude 1-drop might actually work. But if not, this deck is something that is a great learning experience as well. It's a great deck building experience because you take a theme, you take a card like Immortal Servitude, and you build around it, and helps you see angles you've never seen before, and helps you test against the meta. And sometimes you can find some big holes in decks and exploit around them. And this is exactly what I wanted to accomplish. So I don't think this was overall a failure. It was a 1 in 3, more like a 1 in 4 or 1 in 5. I can't remember how many decks I played till I got that last. I mean, Mono Blue Devotion, I played. Yeah, that was. I played Mono Blue Devotion 4 times, lost three times to Mono Blue Devotion. You didn't see one of the recordings I didn't record it because it was quite ridiculous with me drawing 10 lands both games again. As you know, that's the problem sometimes with 20 lands and MTGO is you get that mana flood. So anyway, this has been a good experience for me. I had a lot of fun playing this, and isn't that the point of Magic the Gathering? 1 in 4, but had a lot of fun. And again, hopefully we can find some decks that are very good against these type of decks. I really, if I were to suggest going in a tournament right now, I really suggest running blue-white control. That would that's coming from me, the person that absolutely hates control. But I think it's needed. It's needed for those control players to come in and kind of farm out these Mono Blue Devotion decks and make the meta a little more healthy again, because that will bring decks like the red-green decks that are good against blue-white control and Dega control and things like that will actually make them start to show up more in the meta, and then I can start running decks like these rogue decks. Rogue decks are really good against when the meta is very very healthy. So meaning healthy by being 10, 15, 20 decks being played consistently. So again, I enjoyed playing this a lot. I hope you enjoyed watching this. This is Kevin from Roguedeckbuilder.com. Be sure to check out the new video series I'm going to be doing for Gathering Magic. Rogue Rescue is what it's called. And also, the Playing on a Budget will be coming out shortly. Kevin from Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.